Hey Cancer, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. We have water. That's kind of interesting because this deck actually only has 4 elemental cards in it, so it's funny that 2 of them would come up for you. And we will use a tea leaf card to see what the energy between the 2 of you is. And we have broken rings. So this card says parting of the ways in either romance or business. So we will put that there as kind of the energy that is resonating between the 2 of you in this connection. So there might be some space between the 2 of you right now with this broken ring card. This card can even represent divorce or separation. It can be a total ending of a relationship. So for some of you, this could be a relationship that ended with some kind of official breakup. There might have been a big fight or a disagreement or an official parting of ways in this connection. But for others of you, this broken ring really indicates that there is some sort of distance between you, even if it's not an official breakup, even if there hasn't been some very definite communication about this connection ending, there seems to be distance between you. So this could be physical distance, it could be emotional distance, it even could be, in some cases, interference from others. And I'm also picking up on that for some of you, this is about a difference of opinion. So this is almost like, for me, this is representing a wedge of some sort. Like there might be some kind of wedge between the 2 of you in this connection, whether it's a full-blown separation or if it's just something that you're not seeing eye to eye about. Probably different views on how this situation should be handled or how some situation in your connection should be handled. This feels to me like something that both of you are aware of. Whatever kind of situation it is, it's like both of you are aware of it, even if you're not communicating about it. So let's look at these dynamics here. So for person A, we have fire, and for person B, we have water. One of you may be a fire sign, so this fire card could be representing one of you in this connection. You could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. The other person with this water card might be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be that these are your actual sun signs. These can be other kind of elemental pieces that are represented heavily in your chart. This can also be kind of the energy that you are embodying, displaying, or acting in accordance with in this union, in this connection. Let's look at this water energy first. I just feel pulled towards this water energy. So this water energy here is about unimpeded flow. It's about emotions that are able to flow freely and smoothly without interruption. It's also about a cycle. So this is kind of a cyclical feeling we have with this water card. Very flowy energy, very emotional energy. So person B is leading with emotion in this connection. They might be showing more emotion. They might be more emotionally mature. They might kind of take that lead in this connection. This shows me someone who is able to feel and express emotion. I won't say easily, because it can still be a challenge even for someone that is emotionally mature enough to be able to express. It's not that it's easy necessarily, but I think this person is probably more willing to express when it comes to emotion. Now, person A is someone who's leading with their passion in this connection. So this is someone who really needs to believe in things more logically and understand them from a logical perspective. And the other person in this connection, person B, seems to kind of feel their way through things. I feel like when things feel right to person B, or they know, they kind of will have a sense of knowing things, or they'll make decisions based on a feeling, if that makes sense. I feel like the two of you understand each other. Like, you do have different ways of processing information, and one person is maybe a little bit more logical in terms of how they approach this connection. It's not that person B isn't logical, but in terms of how they approach this connection, one might be more logically minded, the other one might be a little bit more emotional and kind of feel their way through things. But what I'm seeing about this connection is that the two of you seem to understand each other. Like, you seem to understand the strength that each of you brings to this connection. Like, there are ways that you are different. There are ways that you approach situations differently. But it's like you kind of dig that about each other. You kind of like it. This person gives you a different perspective. You're able to provide that for them as well. And you see the value in how they approach things and how they approach this relationship. I think in a lot of ways, these differences are the things that you love and appreciate the most about each other. But on the other hand, those differences can be the source of some tension sometimes. They can be the source of actual arguments, even breakups. So if this connection is in full separation, it wouldn't surprise me if this is because of a difference of opinion when it comes to how the two of you look at a situation or approach a situation, what the best course of action seemed to be to one of you or the other. It wouldn't surprise me at all. And it's almost like some of these same things that might have drawn you to this person, some of the same things that made this work so well, or made you see that there was a future here, there was something you wanted to pursue, could have ultimately been the reason that this broken ring is here. Kind of the reason behind the separation, or the reason behind the misunderstanding or the argument, depending on what phase this relationship is in. But it's just really interesting energy, because I do think that this is a matter of, like, those things I love the most about you are those things that at some times get on my nerves. The level of detrimental energy that could cause will vary, but it's like, you know, it's a double-edged sword. I'll say it like that. I'm also hearing one runs hot, the other runs cold. So this is kind of pointing out more differences between the two of you. This could refer to literal body temperature for some of you. Like, one of you is always freezing and the other one is hot, or is perfectly comfortable while the other one is freezing. That's kind of a funny thing for your guides to bring up, but it might resonate for some of you. This can also refer to temperament. So this can be that maybe one person in this connection, I'm leaning more towards person A might be the person that has kind of a short fuse with this fire energy here. One person in this connection might be somebody that's more likely to lose their temper, or kind of need to be calmed down. And I feel like that's something that your differences, it's a strength. It's a strength in the relationship, that it's like you balance each other out. One can kind of calm the energy of the other, and the other can maybe sometimes bring in a little bit more fire, a little bit more passion, a little more excitement. So it's a way that your differences work for you. And these are, again, the same differences that I think you've noticed can work against you sometimes too. This also kind of speaks to me as, like, one of you might be more prone to anxious feelings while the other one has a more calm kind of temperament or something like that. But yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it's like the same stuff that works great and that helps this relationship flow well, and even some of the things that you love about it, is the stuff that you can end up fighting about or not seeing eye to eye about in this connection. So that's interesting energy. I would be curious to know if this connection is in any sort of full-blown separation, or is this just maybe an argument, maybe a little bit of a fight or a disagreement that you're looking to get over, and you want to know like what this person's energy is going to be like coming towards you in the future. So let's go ahead and look at that. Let's look at some oracle cards and see what's going to be going on in this connection. What is this person's next move towards you? Okay, we had 2 cards flip out. I was only going to take one, but we'll take both of these. I might need to move this down so that we can accommodate this additional card, but let's look at this. So we have Yang or Young, and this is card 1 in this deck. I like that energy of 1. It makes me think of kind of like the energy of the Ace. It's sort of, there's a newness, there's a new energy there. And we have number 37, never-ending story. Well, this person definitely doesn't think that things are over between the two of you. So if this is a connection that has fully broken off, or if you're concerned about that, you might not even, I don't know how open you are to this person coming back into your life or reaching out to you, but I can tell you for sure they don't think that it is over. Even if this isn't a situation where there's been a breakup, this kind of shows me that this person expects to see you again. They expect to communicate with you again. It could be that the two of you already have plans in place, like you might have something scheduled where you know the two of you are going to be in the same place. You know you're going to see this person. There might be kind of like a plan, a date on the calendar. That could be where this energy is coming from, because they know for sure that they have something scheduled with you. It just feels like they are expectant in some way. They may even know of an upcoming event or gathering. It could be a party. It could be some kind of social situation where friends get together. They might know of a situation where they will see you, like something that's coming up and they expect to see you there. And this can even be something that you don't know that they're going to be there too. So this expectant energy might really be coming purely from their end of things, and this might be because they are expecting to see you and you have no idea. So this could be a bit of a surprise to you. Whatever the circumstances are, they don't think it's over, plain and simple. And for some of you, this could be because you've just started kind of like talking to this person or interacting with this person. So this energy could be that they are excited about seeing you again. They're looking forward to the next time they see you again. With this Yang energy, this is very active energy. This is the energy that pursues. I love having that fiery, passionate energy right next to this fire element card. So it just kind of reiterates that that heat that we were getting at the beginning of the reading. And again, I was really drawn to the fact that this is card 1. This fire card is card 10. So this is really giving me the energy of the start of something new, the start of some sort of new cycle. This can be because the relationship is brand new. It can also be because there's the energy of the two of you kind of coming back together, maybe mending this broken ring. So there is a newness to that too, a new beginning. I feel like this person, I'm really sure that this person doesn't want to be passive towards you. There is some sort of action that they want to take with this Yang energy coming out like this. Even if this person has taken a more passive role in the past, that's not what they want to do. They want to come at you with a very forward-moving energy. They want to be expressive. They want to move towards you in a way that I want to say would be undeniable, which is maybe a little bit weird, but it's like, I think this person can sometimes feel like their intentions get misunderstood or misconstrued, and they can kind of look back at what they've done and think, well, I can understand how someone might not understand what I meant by that, or how I was feeling. So that could be where that energy is coming from. They want to make moves towards you that feel sure and definite, something that can't be misinterpreted, something that is very obvious. They want to be overt about the next steps that they take towards you. Yeah, I do. I feel like, because it's like they don't want to play an idle role in this connection. And I feel like saying anymore. Like when I say that, it's like they don't want to play an idle role anymore. So there might be history here. This person could have played a more idle role in the past, and they're looking to kind of drop that. It could be that you have come to a point in your relationship where they've taken on this more passive role, maybe not communicating as much or something like that, and they want to kind of reverse that energy. For those of you that this is a brand new connection, I feel like this might be someone who they feel like they're not being very straightforward with their feelings. Like if they have strong feelings developing, they're maybe not saying it all. They're feeling a little bit shy. They're holding back a little bit. They might be waiting for an opening or some kind of indication from you that it's okay for them to express these feelings to you. But they're kind of like building this energy behind the scenes of the next time I'm around this person, I don't want to be that passive. I want to say something that makes this obvious, or I want to do something that that can actually create a change here. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So let's look at the tarot and see more about what this person's next move towards you might be. So we have the Two of Voices, actually came out in reverse. Interesting. That's the Two of Swords. The Chariot. There's that there's that energy that I was picking up on, kind of that fiery energy, which is really interesting. Let's see. We also have the Hanged Muse, so the Hanged Man in reverse. I want to pull one of these cards, and then we will look at all of this together. There's definitely a forward-moving energy here. Okay. So we had this card come out. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So let's look at the rest of this and kind of see how that ties in with the reading. Okay, there are so many messages coming through with this Two of Swords in reverse. So this can mean that this person is feeling or has felt like they're stuck in the middle of two competing sides. These competing sides can represent potentially you on one side and another party or another situation on the other side. So that could be that potentially for some of you there might be, like I was talking about, maybe interference from an outside party with this broken ring. This could be a third party type of situation where there's someone else in this connection, maybe residuals hanging on from past relationships or something like that. This can also, it doesn't have to be a person that's on the other side of this. It can be a situation. It can be a job that's demanding. It can be distance between the two of you. It can be a lot of things, but it feels like this person might be caught between two opposing sides or between two potential choices or outcomes. This person can also feel caught in the middle of your view and their view when it comes to a certain matter or situation. If there is something that the two of you aren't seeing eye to eye on, it might be that they're kind of stuck in the middle thinking, should I approach this the way that makes sense to me, or should I maybe do a little bit more of what they're asking for? Is the answer somewhere in between? But regardless of what the issue is, the Two of Swords in reverse talks about a difficult situation, a difficult decision. It's kind of giving me the energy that this is a decision that's taken a long time for this person to make. It can also point to a decision that someone is not making. It kind of depends on your situation if this person's actually making progress with this or not, but it's like a decision that seemed like it had them stuck. It had them stumped is kind of what I want to say. They might have taken some time to think about it, think about how they can resolve this, think about how they can solve it, think about what could change in the situation that would make this better. And it's like they're coming up empty. So this is kind of, this is some energy that's in this connection. This is either what your person is currently going through, or this is something that's happened in the past. What it feels like to me with this is a decision that needs to be made intuitively, because it's almost like no amount of facts is going to help make this decision. It's funny that this Two of Voices came out right under the Fire card, because it was seeming to me like person A might be the person who tends to look at facts, or kind of wants to know all the details about a situation, because they have to believe in it logically. When they can believe something logically, they can utilize this passionate energy and they can move forward with it just full force. They can run towards the finish line. But when they can't believe in something logically, or they can't figure out the solution to a problem that's standing in their way, it can really inhibit that fiery, passionate energy, and it can keep them stuck. So it's really funny this Two of Voices comes out right underneath that card, because some sort of difficult choice or decision, some way that they weren't sure of how to solve a problem that might have arisen in this connection, or how to, I'm hearing that I'm kind of getting a little bit of a different interpretation for some of you where this connection is brand new. This is kind of giving me the feeling of like they don't know how to move towards you. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to break the ice. And it might have kept them feeling kind of stuck, like just frozen in place, because they didn't know how to break the ice. I guess that that metaphor kind of works. They're just sort of frozen in place because they don't know what to do. But with the Two of Swords in reverse, this is something that needs to be felt through. This is something that needs to be worked through on an intuitive level, which is interesting because, again, we had that water energy, and that's more of an intuitive energy. So it could be that this person is actually leaning on the strengths of person B, if this is person A that's in this predicament. But again, I'm seeing how the strengths that both of you have really play in, and it's like, I think that person B could be helpful in this scenario if person A is stuck, you know? So if there is a separation here, it's kind of a shame, because I feel like the two of you, there's something that screams teamwork to me, because I think your strengths are in different areas, and the two of you combined is like, it's like, watch out. I kind of get like a power couple vibe, even if this isn't a romantic connection. It's just like the two of you work really well together for some reason. This really does feel like something that has to be felt through. Yeah, I think that this person might have struggled with this. And it also could be that this person excels in this situation if they are the water. So it just kind of depends on what's going on. This is a general read, but it depends on what side of the equation you're falling on. I can also see that for some of you in your connection, you might both be in this energy of not quite knowing what to do, or waiting for the other one to give some sort of sign or signal so that you know how to approach this. So that could be the case. We have this Chariot energy here, and the Hanged Muse in reverse. So that's the Hanged Man. So it's like this person is getting unstuck. This energy here of the Two of Voices in reverse feels like past energy for a lot of you. If it's not past energy yet, it's something that will be wrapping up. This feels like this person getting unstuck out of the situation that they couldn't find their way through. They either made a final decision or they're ready to move forward, or they're brainstorming ideas. I feel like brainstorming ideas is so appropriate for this person because this is what they would do. They would try to be logical about it. They might be brainstorming ways to get themselves out of a situation that was holding them back. So this energy is moving towards you with this, like this fiery energy, this yang energy, the Chariot, the Hanged Muse in reverse. Let's look at this card. I recognize that I've chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. I feel like this person has experienced a mindset shift and they don't want to let whatever it is that's been holding them back, even if this is just feelings of shyness or a little bit of like trepidation in approaching you. It's like they don't want to let this thing hold them back anymore. This is the sort of energy that I would expect to see if someone was about to reach out, maybe about to call you out of the blue. This does feel like it might come a little bit out of the blue for some of you. Calling you out of the blue, sending you a message. This also feels like the energy of like for some of you, this person might want to ask you out. I do feel like for a lot of you, there might have been another connection that this person was in. This could even be on your end. If they were in a previous connection and they were kind of waiting for things to settle down with that before they could approach you, this broken ring is telling me that the key was maybe the ending of that relationship or the ending of that situation that's going to bring this person forward. I feel like they always have had this passionate energy for you, this pull towards you, but there might have been something that was keeping them from acting on it. But seeing the Chariot, which is all about forward movement and momentum, seeing the Chariot, seeing the Hanged Man showing up in its reversed position, I feel like this person wants to throw away whatever kind of fear they had or whatever was stopping them and start operating from a place of truth and a place of connection. This shows me a move of some sort in some direction, even if it's that they want to just become more flirtatious with you. That could be the energy that I'm getting because it does feel like they don't want to hold back anymore. This feels like the kind of person that can come on kind of strong once they've decided that that's what they want to do. So I feel like if, for a lot of you, this energy has felt held back. If it's felt like they're holding something back or like at times you might even wonder if they're still interested. I feel like this is someone that as soon as like the way is clear, as soon as they've made up their mind that this is what they want to pursue, I just get the feeling that they're going to be approaching you very directly. So we're going to grab some messages from your person. We already have, you came closer than anyone. So I think you struck this person in a way. You kind of brought something out of them that might have been a little bit unexpected. And I do feel like with this fiery energy, even if you're resonating more as the fire, I feel like your energy is mirroring each other. We will be together again. That's the energy I had at the beginning of the reading. With these oracle cards, it just felt like they don't think this is over. They're not ready to let go of it. They're not ready to give up on it. Even if it's like they never had the courage to approach you. So you're kind of thinking this person's not going to make a move toward me. They're confident that there's going to be another opportunity for them to do it. They're not giving up on this. I was saying something about the fire. Okay, this fiery energy, I feel like the two of you might marry each other on this fiery, passionate energy, and this, you came closer than anyone. It almost feels to me like This might be someone that people are afraid to get close to. They might be intimidating in some way, have a very strong presence or something. It's almost like people might be afraid to approach them sometimes, like getting so close they might get burned. So I just feel like, this person let you in. It's time for me to heal now. So this might have to do with, this might have to do with some connection that is repairing itself in this person's life. The reason that they feel, or they are working their way toward being able to feel like they can move forward, like they can step into this Chariot energy. Let's see. Get a few more messages from this person before we wrap up. I hide how deep my feelings are. Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about. Like, I feel like this person does not want to hide their feelings anymore. They're starting to see that if they don't speak up, if they don't tell you, if they aren't maybe a little bit obvious about it at times, if they don't step into that energy, it's hard to make this work. So they're definitely moving into a more, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's like a more forward moving energy. It's a more direct energy. It's a fiery energy. I get jealous when it comes to you. So this person has strong feelings. I'm still learning a lot about myself. I do feel that. I feel like this person kind of is learning and figured these things out about themselves, potentially during a time that the two of you weren't in communication. This connection makes them think. So they're learning a lot about how they've approached this and what ways they needed to maybe be a little bit more direct. But this person wants to utilize this fiery energy when it comes to you. They want to move towards you. They will be making some sort of definite step. They want it to be something that's not left up to interpretation. They want you to be really sure about the fact that they want a stronger connection with you. They want to build something with you, or they want to repair something with you. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any part of it, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!